hit the time limit and it timed out and the broadcast cut off. So here we are again. I'm with Raven, and for those of you just joining us, Raven is a transgender activist who, through a YouTube channel, helps raise awareness of violence against transgender people. So thanks again for being with us today. And before we got cut off, what were you saying before we got cut off?
We were talking about, what was we talking about? We talking about leaders. We were talking about,
I now remember. We were talking about like how you see the future and whether there are going to be, whether you think there'll be improvements in conditions for transgender people. And you spoke a little bit about that. And you know, the other thing that I kind of wondered is, do you ever make any connections between the Black Lives Matter issues and protests and Black Trans Lives Matter, or do you get into that area at all, or is that something that you do consider?
The Trans Lives Matter stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really get it too much into all that, only because of I'm kind of doing the work. You know what I mean? It's like I understand what they're doing, but you're marching, but I'm actually doing the work as far as putting everything together, sharing it through social media. Social media is a really big platform that can share a lot of things quicker and faster. And I do feel as though me and a lot of others have basically tried our best to get the word out about what's going on. Like I said, with us as a unity, we let people bring awareness on their platforms and stuff as well. A lot of girls are doing the work and stuff the best way that they can. But when it comes to Black Lives Matter, I get it, guilty by association, I guess. But I noticed that a lot of girls and a lot of gay people get upset. They feel as though they're not included when it comes to being Black, because they feel as though they're only Black when it's convenient. But when Black Lives Matter don't go on, we're no longer needed. Our story's not relevant. That's how they feel. I don't feel that way. This is my thing. Black Lives Matter is for a movement, because a lot of girls like Breonna Taylor's been murdered. Floyd, Breonna Taylor's story is very beyond my compare. I got a little upset with my channel because I didn't feel as though they captivated what happened to her. And to me, it was personal to me because of the stories I've done. And here it is, you laying inside a bed with your girlfriend, and here it is, you get murdered, and here it is, they keep saying that the guy that was in the bed with her was a drug dealer, which was not. They keep getting the other guy mixed up with him. It is not him, but they just took the whole story and made it about him and her about a drug, and he was not the one they're talking about. Then they talked about the guy they tried to do the plea deal with, who basically was trying to say Breonna was a part of the drug scene, which was not true once again, and he refused to let the police sit back and put her in the story as far as being there. And the thing about it was, social media refuses to sit back and realize what's going on. Not all of them, of course, but it became very problematic within me because, not saying, of course, she was a cisgender woman, beautiful woman in the family, in my prayers, but this is what she went through was our whole story. And I hate to use her as an example, this beautiful woman, but I hate to use it, but what she went through has been our whole story. We get murdered, they're like, oh well. And what they did with the courtroom, that's been our whole life. Oh well, sorry for y'all. Y'all shouldn't have tricked them. So we get blamed for our murder. And it's horrible to watch it happen to another person. It's horrible to happen to anyone. And it bothered me because those are the stories I tell.
Do you ever have relatives of people who've been killed contact you to either give you information or tips or things like that?
Yes. I've had my mother's contact. I'm sorry.
How do you handle it? Pardon me. What's your strategy, or what do you try to do to help them, or how do you handle that?
Well, first of all, their story is not about me when they come to me. You know what I mean? A lot of mothers whose trans daughters and trans sons that committed suicide have contacted me telling me thank you for doing this story for my child. Thank you for bringing my child awareness of my child being murdered. And it's horrible because what could you tell a mother who did everything right to support her child and society's worked on that child? This is how I see it. As a supportive parent of a trans child, I just want you to just work with me on this. You tell your child, listen, I love you, you're my baby, us against the world. But then you got those other ones that's working in your child's head. Now, like little kids and stuff, sometimes they'll cry, and then after a while, they won't cry no more. They get quiet. And what's the matter, baby? You keep talking to them, nothing. I'm supportive. I love you. You know you my baby. At the end of the day, if it's a trans child, even a gay child, here it is. You letting your baby know, I love you. Let's take them out, take them to McDonald's, anywhere to get them something to eat. You know, let them know I love you. You my baby. It's us against the world. Your baby hurt and don't want to tell you. What's the matter? Your baby goes into the room. Okay, boo, go ahead, get your sleep. Love you. Goes into that room, and that baby commits suicide. You walk into that room, and your baby done killed themselves. You did everything right as a mother. You did everything right as a father to let this child know, I love you. Us against the world. Now, you got to go lift your dead baby up and your dead baby clothes and put them in a box of the person that you love and sit back and say, y'all killed my baby. Now, here come the people. Oh, well, my condolences. I'm sorry. Who wants to hear that? Who wants to hear I'm sorry for your loss? Here it is. I'm picking up my baby shoes and I'm putting them inside of a box. I still smell my baby on these clothes. And my baby is dead. But now I get to watch other little kids go to school and play. I get to watch you hug your baby. I get to watch commercials on how do you watch your child. I get to watch. I have to supposed to handle this mentally. Now I'm supposed to look at my baby inside of a coffin while you celebrate yours because you felt as though my child had a problem and y'all worked on my baby. Now my baby dead. Now everybody's happy. Now I got to walk past the room and my baby's around to make me smile. It's gone. So here it is, a person sharing what they've been through mentally, broken. And the only thing people can tell her is, I'm sorry. Sorry?
And what do you think people can do, people who are listening out there right now? Is there something that the public can do to try to improve the problem, reduce the violence against transgender women?
The problem I feel is, though, when it comes down to two-spirit women and two-spirit men, stop making their life about you. Because we live in a very hypocrite world. I'm going to judge you. I'm going to tell you how I think you need to look. I don't think you need to do this. Then you say to them, they go, who you think you talking to? Oh, now you mad because now I reflect the mirror on you. Now it's a problem. But you have no problem hurting me. But as long as I sit back and smile or hold my head down, you happy. You feel good. Because now here it is. You tried to destroy one of God's children. Remember, I came here through God, same way you did. I'm the gift to you. You're not the gift to me. And here it is. My thing is that if we don't stop trying to police people and start getting to know who each other is, we're in a lot of trouble. Stop making people's life about you. And that's the same thing I say when somebody's sharing their story. When I did She Speaks, and I explained that I did the She Speaks, I want the girls to share their story, what they went through. And the reason why I did it that way, but I didn't use their faces and stuff. I didn't use, because I wanted to protect them. Because I go through a lot. And when a mother comes to me about her child, all you can do is listen. And she usually just hear out. Don't say, well, you know what? I'm sorry. You don't, just let her hear out and say, well, if anything I could do, you just got, it's not about you. It's not about you. You just gotta hear us and listen. I'm here. Some women that's children commit suicide, I'm still cool with them. I still talk to them. They're on my Instagram. I'm still cool with them. Some of them got my phone numbers. I contact. I talk to a lot of people behind the scenes. I don't share this because it's nobody's business. Only because I feel like I have to protect them because this world is mean, very mean.
Right. So my last question is there something that we didn't cover that you wanted to talk about? Any issue or anything that you want to mention?
The only thing, my thing is this: I'm not gonna say we lead with love because everybody will say just leave the word with love. No, just stop making people's story about you. That's all I'm gonna say. Let Tracy be Tracy without you saying, well, Tracy, I would do this way. No, let Tracy be Tracy. Let Tracy show you who Tracy is. Let's see what Tracy could bring to it. Stop making his story about you. Let people show you who they are. Stop policing people on their life and sit back and just listen. That's the only thing I wish people would do. I really wish people would stop making other people's story about them and just say, you know what? I'm going to meet somebody new today. I'm going to help you get this job. I'm going to do something for you nobody else. I'm going to look out for you. Not make it about, well, I don't feel as though you need to do this. I don't feel as though y'all need to use the bathroom. I don't feel as though, stop making it about you. Because when the story turns around and it's your turn, now you're mad. Now you're ready to fight. Now you want to shoot somebody. Now you upset. This is the only thing I wish people would do. Learn the gift that God sent to this world. And a lot of times when I say men or women are very abusive to other people, it's because somebody along the line of growing up interfered in them and changed their direction. Not all cases. And that's it.
Great. Well, Raven, I appreciate you taking all the time and also all your patience in dealing with a few tech issues, but it was great talking to you and I wish you well.
Thank you. And thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.